In 2025, balcony cabins are quietly becoming one of the worst value decisions most cruisers make, and the cruise lines love that you don't realize it until after you've paid. Because once you understand how modern ships are designed, how pricing really works, and how people actually use their cabins, the balcony stops looking like a luxury and starts looking like a trap. If you skip this checklist, you'll likely overpay by thousands, sleep worse, use your cabin less, and still wonder why your cruise didn't feel as relaxing as you expected. But if you watch this in order, you'll book smarter, move through your cruise more efficiently, and put your money where it actually improves your experience. This is Shipverse, and this is the phase-by-phase checklist that explains exactly why I'll never book a balcony cabin again and what you should do instead. Do not skip ahead. Each phase builds on the one before it. Phase 1: expectation reset. Purpose: destroy the fantasy before it costs you money. Step 1: stop assuming a balcony equals more usable space. Action: look at the actual square footage of balcony cabins, not the label. Why it matters: most balcony cabins are only 10 to 20 square feet larger inside than ocean view cabins. The rest of the space is outdoors and rarely used. What goes wrong if skip? You pay a premium expecting comfort, then spend most of your time inside a cabin that feels nearly identical to cheaper options. Pro tips: on many ships, the interior cabin layout is identical to balcony cabins. The balcony is added by shrinking the interior wall and sliding in a door. Step 2: accept how little time you actually spend on your balcony. Action: be honest about your daily cruise routine. Why it matters: most cruisers use their balcony less than 15 minutes a day. What goes wrong if skipped? You justify the cost mentally, but the balcony becomes storage space for towels and unused chairs. Pro tip: port heavy itineraries mean you're off the ship all day. Sea days mean pools, shows, and lounges, not sitting alone outside. Phase 2: cost reality check. Purpose: understand what you're actually paying for. Step 38: calculate the true balcony price difference. Action: compare balcony pricing against interior and ocean view cabins on the same sailing. Why it matters: balcony cabins often cost 40 to 80% more. What goes wrong if skip? You unknowingly sacrifice excursions, specialty dining, or future cruises for a feature you barely use. Pro tip: that price difference often equals 2 shore excursions, a drink package, and prepaid gratuities combined. Step 4: factor in hidden upgrade psychology. Action: notice how cruise lines frame balcony upgrades as small daily costs. Why it matters: only 30 more per day sounds harmless until you multiply it across a 7 or 10 night cruise. What goes wrong if skipped? You normalize overspending and feel locked into an unnecessary upgrade. Pro tip: cruise pricing is engineered to reduce resistance, not maximize your comfort. Phase 30: noise, light, and sleep. Purpose: protect your rest, the most overlooked cruise luxuries. Step 5: understand how balconies increase noise exposure. Action: research what's above and below your balcony cabin. Why it matters: balcony cabins are often placed under pool decks, outdoor bars, or jogging tracks. What goes wrong if skip D? You wake up to chairs scraping, early morning cleaning crews, or late night foot traffic. Pro tip: interior cabins are buried deep inside the ship, insulated from most exterior noise. Step 6: learn how balconies ruin sleep quality. Action: think about how light and temperature affect your sleep. Why it matters: balcony doors leak light, heat, and sound even when closed. What goes wrong if skip? The early sunrise wakes you up, warm air seeps in, and sleep becomes fragmented. Pro tip: interior cabins stay darker and cooler, especially on newer ships with advanced ventilation. Phase 40: safety and comfort issues. Purpose: understand the risks no one mentions. Step 7: realize balconies create more safety restrictions. Action: read the balcony rules carefully. Why it matters: balconies come with strict behavior rules due to accidents and incidents. What goes wrong if skipped? You feel monitored, limited, and anxious about simple things like drying clothes or moving furniture. Pro tip: some cruise lines now use balcony sensors to detect smoke or tampering. Step 8: accept weather makes balconies useless. Action: look at typical weather patterns for your itinerary. Why it matters: wind, heat, rain, and salt spray make balconies uncomfortable most of the time. What goes wrong if skip die? Your balcony sits unused while you still paid for it. Pro tip: at cruising speed, wind on balconies can exceed 20 to 30 miles per hour. Phase 6: privacy illusion. Purpose: expose the false sense of exclusivity. Step 90: understand how exposed balconies really are. Action: visualize neighboring balconies and deck overhangs. Why it matters: you are visible from above, beside, and sometimes below. What goes wrong if skipped? You feel awkward using the balcony, limiting enjoyment further. Pro tip: crew members often pass balcony areas during inspections and cleaning cycles. Step 10: Accept you're rarely alone. Out there action, think about sound travel. Why it matters conversations, coughing, and phones carry easily between balconies. What goes wrong if skip you hear strangers constantly and they hear you. Pro tip: interior cabins offer true acoustic privacy. Phase 6C maintenance and cleanliness purpose. Avoid comfort degradation mid-cruise. Step 11. Recognize balconies attract dirt and salt action. Understand marine environments. Why it matters: salt air corrodes furniture, doors, and tracks quickly. What goes wrong if skipped: sticky doors, dirty floors, and unusable furniture appear by day 3 or 4. Pro tip: balcony furniture is cleaned far less frequently than interior surfaces. Step 12. Accept balconies increase housekeeping interruptions. Action: notice cleaning schedules. Why it matters: balcony cabins require exterior access and inspections. What goes wrong if skip you experience more knock interruptions and restricted access times. Pro tip: some lines lock balconies during rough seas without warning. Phase 70. What actually improves a cruise purpose? Redirect your budget wisely. Step 13. Invest in location, not balcony action. Choose a mid-ship cabin on a lower deck. Why it matters: better stability, less noise, and smoother sailing. What goes wrong if skipped? You prioritize features over fundamentals. Pro tip: motion sickness is reduced mid-ship low deck. Step 14. Upgrade experiences, not square footage action. Spend saved money on dining, excursions, or spa access. Why it matters: memories come from experiences, not balconies. What goes wrong if skipped? You miss out on activities that define the cruise. Pro tip: many passengers later regret not booking excursions, not skipping a balcony. Phase 8. When a balcony might make sense purpose. Be fair and realistic. Step 15. Identify the rare exceptions. Action: consider balconies only for specific scenarios. Why it matters: there are edge cases. What goes wrong if skip? You adopt extreme rules instead of informed decisions. Pro tip: Alaska itineraries, extended sea days, or mobility issues may justify balconies. But even then, there are smarter cabin choices. Phase 9. Common traps to avoid purpose. Final protection before booking. Mistakes to avoid: booking a balcony just in case. Upgrading emotionally instead of logically. Ignoring deck plans. Trusting marketing photos. Assuming resale or refunds later. These traps quietly drain your cruise budget without improving your experience.